Hello and welcome to a Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan and I'll be the storyteller for the evening. I wanted to get a small announcement out of the way. We are looking to add another release day into our schedule soon, specifically Sundays for our D&D game. We'll get more info for you about that as it comes out. Tonight, things are looking grim for our Chantry as a two-pronged attack leaves the cabal of mages outmaneuvered and outgunned. Can superior tactics and clever use of martial arts save the day, or will their past actions finally come back to kill them? Welcome, listeners, to Mage the Ascension, Indomitable Souls, Season 1, Episode 16, Battle to Save the Chantry.
Imagine if you were my friend, those days we left behind. Fragments of a time and place still buried in my mind. If only I could cast a spell to somehow change the past. Erase a page forever from this book I have amassed.
I'm gonna have people roll initiative.
Drop my bags.
No, you should have beat it with your bags.
Can I lawyer this down?
You cannot lawyer this down.
Damn it. What do we roll for initiative?
Initiative is your perception plus alertness, and then roll. It's
not
roll
wits?
one die. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. It's wits. It's the number that's wits plus alertness, and then roll one die and add that.
So you roll one die and then add the number of your wits and alertness. You don't roll that many die.
Okay, Tony, where are you at? 1?
10.
10. Okay. Julia,
11.
Britt,
10.
Christina,
11.
What did Elias get?
Oh shit, yeah, they're right. Probably not great, because I rolled 2. So they got a 7. I have to remember I'm piloting 2 people, so that's going to take me a second.
I got you.
Okay, so top of the initiative is going to be the werewolf at 13.
I see.
Who's going to come charging at Michael
Yep.
with fangs and metal claws bared and digging up the flagstone around here.
This
It
building
is-
is soundproof, right?
Oh lord.
Yes, more or
Okay.
less.
Technically, I thought this basement was soundproof, so he wouldn't have been able to hear the howling, but nobody can test that. He was also coming downstairs, so he probably heard it with the door open because the 2 of them ran upstairs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because, like, my room's soundproof also. Like, Rory's bedroom is soundproof. Because if you open that door, it's literally music blare in your face. I love
Okay.
my tour bus.
So it is going to use its claws to attack you, Michael.
Fair. Fair.
So it's rushing him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how are you gonna try and deal with this?
He's just trying to just dodge out of the way. Just move.
Okay, roll
As funny as
me
he's
your
flying.
Dex and Athletics. Difficulty is gonna be a 6.
5 successes.
All right, you dodge out of the way, but just barely. You can kind of feel like the claws like nicking at your clothes as you kind of, I guess, just roll out of the way.
Snickety, snickety.
Snickety. So, next up on the initiative is going to be Julia or Christina, whoever wants to go first.
Well, you're smoking.
Yeah, she is.
Let's see. Yeah, you right. So as I'm watching this thing move,
Mm-hmm.
can I kind of want to do a prep kind of thing.
Okay.
So, he said he didn't imbue it with light, basically, is what I'm gathering.
Correct.
He doesn't have any spirit.
Okay. So, and you studied it, and you told us that there was nothing really prime coming out of it?
I studied the patterns of it, and it's normal for all intents and purposes, but there's like a weird, I don't remember how to
Resonance
describe it. There's a weird
around.
resonance around it. Like
Okay.
it's not entirely normal.
So as it's moving and it's kicking up like little shards of flagstone everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
I want to start basically gathering entropy around me.
Okay.
And the way that I typically gather entropy is I do a bend and snap.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to bend down to pick up a piece, and I'm going to snap back up.
Okay.
And I'm trying to basically, as I do that, I want the other pieces that it's kicking up to start basically like clogging into it.
Okay.
But as though it's like bouncing off of different things,
Kinda
but
like
going...
It's kicking up and hitting the wall, but ricocheting back.
But
at
ricocheting into the joints to start
Okay.
slowing it down. Does
Okay.
that make a
That
weird
makes,
kind of sense?
That makes a weird kind of sense.
So like I bend, I snap, and it like I kind of just like throw one, but it hits a couple of others, and it just starts this chain reaction.
Okay.
Like a pool table. With
Yeah.
tables.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me your arete for that.
Okay. Any bonus?
I'm going to give you an extra die for stunts because that was really well described. Difficulty is going to be a 7.
I have 1 success.
Okay. It does work. You do notice that some of them are starting to go in there,
Yeah.
but it might take a little bit of time for it to start.
This is
affecting.
not a quick thing that I'm doing.
Yes, this is
a
not
slow
a quick
build.
thing. This is definitely a slower build. It's going to be effective, but it is going to take some time to do.
Good thing I've got that on my side.
Okay, next up is Christina.
Cool. So, take into consideration that I've already kind of looked at the build of this thing, so I kind of know the makeup of it to some degree, right?
Okay.
Do I know any weak points on it, having like sat and studied it? Because I was like staring at it basically the whole time they were meditating.
You still have your prime sight up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as this thing came alive, it started fucking
Yeah, because
glowing.
you told me it was like I saw this green baleful fire light
Yep.
up and then it went.
It looks like it is in some way encompassing almost all spheres of magic.
Okay. Does it look like it has any weak points structurally
Structurally,
or magically?
I'm going to say,
If you want, only tell me one. That's fine.
I'm going to say that you're going to have to pick one for your action. For
Roll a
this,
die.
For this.
Odd or even.
Well, I want to know structurally.
Okay, you're going to be rolling your wits plus
Craft.
craft, I guess, would be the most appropriate one.
I need more dice. I only need one more.
So one of the things I was talking to Tony about with earlier today is that I am going to be start using kind of like an action economy thing. Like if you're doing multiple things in a turn, you are going to start accruing dice penalties.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
However, I'm never going to apply dice penalties to magic because your arete pool is already fucking low as is. So like, I think that that's a little bit unfair. And also, I will allow support magic kind of things to be cast almost like a bonus action.
Kind
So,
of like using potions on yourself in D&D.
Yes. So, like, if you are attacking with magic, that's your action. But if you're speeding yourself up with magic, if you're creating, like, a shield around yourself with magic...
Or supporting another PC.
Or supporting another PC, outside of healing,
Makes sense, because...
healing is a very concentrated action.
Good thing I have concentration.
I'm curious. So this is not technically a mechanical thing, correct? I'm asking for mechanical aptitude, and then for my ability aptitude, which is crafting.
No, this would not apply to mechanical aptitude.
Okay.
I will allow it to apply to crafting, but it would not apply to mechanical aptitude.
That's fine. I just wanted to double check, so... Okay.
It's going to be difficulty 6 after everything is applied, because, you know, you're in the middle of combat.
So 6, is that with the...
That is with the
crafting
That is
thing?
with the crafting thing.
Okay.
Because you're literally watching this thing run in the middle of combat, and you're basically going, like, 6 seconds to just, like, figure this
That's
out.
fine. I just wanted, because I'd been analyzing it, so I just wanted to make sure you said it was 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got 1, because I had a 1 that took away one of my stats.
Okay.
You can hold on to that one.
So
for now.
you are asking for if there's any structural weak points in it.
Yes.
So, since it is built like an actual living creature, it stands to reason that either where major tendons are, or would be, or like the spinal column would be
Joints, like the area where the
Joints.
neck and...
Can I ask a question to help Christina out? Would she know where its center of gravity is? Because in women, if you hit their hips, they go down. In men, if you hit their shoulders, they go down. That's where, like, that's the most, like...
It is very hard to tell where its center of gravity is right now because it is on all fours and...
Yeah, I'm
Like-
more looking like structural things because Matter and Prime Mage,
The best thing that you could probably figure out would be... because Michael has done such a good job crafting, it is probably the tendon parts of the metal, like the bendy parts of the metal,
So where the joints are.
where the joints are,
Okay.
is going to be its structural weakness.
That's what I thought. I've also seen him work on this, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while. I also think I've seen him working on this before all the bullshit, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Would I be able to do anything else, or is just analyzing it my turn?
I'll let you do something else as long as it isn't like a bonus action magic. Doing your gun thing, that would be like bonus. That would be like support magic.
Okay, because that's all I was going to do is imbue.
If you did that, that would be your turn.
Okay.
Okay? Normally that wouldn't be your turn, but I'm going to count the skill use as your... whatever, they could be flip-flopped.
All I wanted to do is imbue a wrench.
Okay.
My socket wrench that does
Okay, yeah, but you would not be able to throw
Yeah,
it.
no. I want to.
Okay.
I want to like enchant it.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
so I can throw it next round and try and go for a joint.
so that would be an arete roll. Difficulty 6.
2.
Okay, you have successfully imbued this wrench for at least the foreseeable future, but if this combat goes on longer than your combats have in the past, it might need to be re-upped.
That's fine.
Okay, next up is going to be either Michael or Izzy.
Since I was reaching down for my drumsticks when it roared, did I grab any?
Yes, you did grab some. You grabbed your drumsticks.
That's a lot.
Because Tavis was handing yours too.
That was a
Your
lot.
main too.
It was basically, well, it was apparently it was like a duffel bag of drumsticks.
He just happened to luck out and find yours.
So I guess I'll take, 2 out and
You see, this thing has charged at Tony and is going to attack. Has attacked.
I'm going to. So it looks like a werewolf statue. That's
Yep.
made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, if you know what you're doing, you should go first. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Understood. I'm going to enchant the German longsword and pull it out.
Okay.
And enchant it with enchant weapon. It is a rote, and I'm using my focus.
Okay, difficulty 6.
Do I roll 5 dice or?
No, you roll 3. You roll
Okay.
your retake.
Oh, Rory doesn't have what he just.
So does the rote not assist that?
It does. During combat magic because you're acting super quick, there ends up being a increase in difficulty.
Okay, so rote and focus, it's still just.
With rote and focus, it would be a 6.
Okay, gotcha. 1 success.
Okay. You successfully enchant it. If this goes on longer than a couple rounds, you might have to re-up it, but right now you're totally fine.
Okay, and then I'll just make a single attack against the creature.
Okay?
So it's my dexterity and melee.
Yep, difficulty 6.
Seven successes. I'm sorry, 8 successes because there's a 10.
Wow. Okay, what is your damage on that?
It is. Does it have a pattern for me to harm?
It does.
All right. So on the weapon, it will be 3 aggravated
Okay.
plus 3.
Roll, the weapon is, what, a 2?
A 3.
A 3? Okay. So you'd be rolling 3 dice for aggravated damage.
So just 3 dice.
3 dice plus your strength.
4.
Okay. You strike at it, and you can feel that you got a solid blow on it, but there seems to be some kind of magical protection on it that is warding your strike from causing actual pattern damage.
Okay. Thank you.
So we're down in Michael's workshop,
yeah.
forge area. This thing is made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any electrical equipment down here?
I would hope so.
Excellent. I want to use one of my roots, electrical chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and try and concentrate. Because it's made of metal, it'll
Mhm.
conduct it better.
Okay.
And I want to try to concentrate an electrical current into my drumstick as I chuck it at it.
Okay.
Or around my drumstick. Because what you can do is the mage simply diverts the flow of electricity, causing it to concentrate in one area or discharge in another. Such an effect is a damaging attack striking against a living opponent or a device susceptible to electric damage.
Okay, so you're gonna concentrate it on your. So are you gonna have the electricity from like the lights and kind of like this, just kind of like flowing throughout the Chantry, like the electrical equipment that's just kind of like there? Are you trying to focus it on your drumstick and then throw your drumstick, or are you trying to just have it go like?
I think I just want to have it go on the creature.
Because it's a metal conductor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be that's the better thing to do.
Yeah, because my
okay.
drumstick is not made of metal.
Since that you're using a rote and everything, but you're also using actual physics against it, I'm gonna lower the difficulty by 1 down to a 5 to hit this thing.
Okay. So
A retake.
with my 2 dice, I have rolled 3 successes.
Hey, that's really good because this thing got no successes. I gave it a difficulty 10 since it's made of fucking metal.
I'm doing minor notes.
So it hits. Roll me 3 dice of lethal damage.
And you're imbuing your drumsticks with electricity.
No, I'm basically just like
Conducting it out.
smiting it. I'm basically smiting it with electricity. It's 1 success.
We're
I rolled an
we're
8
just
and 2
attacking.
3s.
You can see that as it hits,
I'm trying to figure out what Elias is doing.
I hate my brain.
it seems to, the electricity goes through it and it's shocked and it kind of stumbles in whatever it was going to do next. You're not sure if you heard it, but it's definitely off its game right now. Okay, and then next up is Elias.
So, I have a question, because I am kind of learning how to play Elias's character.
Okay.
With everything he has. So, with Correspondence 2, can you actually, like, move things through space, or no?
Yes, but not large objects.
But, like, a socket wrench into a particular place on the body.
You need, yeah, but that's going to be a very high difficulty thing to do because that's going to be, you would be moving that like at something that is currently moving.
So it's still moving even though it's attacking
It's just
him?
stumbling.
Yes,
Okay.
everything is kind of happening at the same time.
Okay. Could I have him hold basically Correspondence until Rory throws the socket wrench to reduce the space that she has to throw so it'll hit harder?
No,
No?
that's not how physics works.
Even with Correspondence?
Even with correspondence.
Okay, could I hold the Correspondence so that it's less of a space where it has to travel so to hopefully improve the accuracy of it?
I would let that work. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that's what Elias is gonna do. He's basically just waiting for, because Rory's like imbued it and like holding it back like she's gonna throw it. And Elias is just waiting to try and shorten resistance so that Rory can have hopefully a better hit to go for the joint on this thing.
Okay. Okay then. We will get to that when that becomes relevant.
Mhm.
In that case, then the round actually starts back up, or the second round starts up. All right. So this thing is going to attack Michael again with a horizontal slash at the stomach.
Slash attack.
Are you dodging or parrying?
Dodging.
Okay. How many successes did you get?
I got 3 successes.
Well, it got 1. So it misses.
You are tanked.
Then
Bottom weave.
you hear it howl out in rage
Oh no.
as it is going to then
Imp life.
turn and start running towards Izzy and is going to leap and is going to try to leap onto her and like dig its claws into her shoulders.
Good luck, I'm tiny.
Brit, how are you going to be dodging out of the way? Are you going to be
Dive.
Okay, you dive out of the way.
Dodge, combo dodge.
Dodge, motherfucker, dodge.
Just yelling out combo dodge does not mean that you're going to
She's
get
not
a dodge.
from Morzarat.
And what was the difficulty?
6.
No, because I have 3 successes.
Alright, it does hit you.
Fuck that thing.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I would not recommend
As
it.
your
It
lawyer.
is sharp. Do you have any kind of armor or anything to soak lethal damage?
I don't think any of us have armor except for Michael.
Yeah, none of us have armor.
Okay.
Because that wasn't a thing any of us really considered.
I always the one
getting.
that takes all the damage. First I get shot, just because I want a burger.
Brit, it digs into you for 3 lethal.
I'm hurt. I'm wounded. No, I'm injured. I'm injured. That. Yeah.
Probably pretty low. 9.
10.
Oh yeah.
You're like probably pretty low. 9, 10. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's about on the lower end of what we had last session.
I mean, on a D10, I hit half.
Okay, so starting off at the top of initiative is the Mook with the gun at 12. He is going to, as soon as he sees you, basically not answer him and not be freaking out.
I
He
answered
just-
him, but just not in the way he wanted.
That's true.
Definitely not in the way he wanted. He is going to open fire on you.
Right up and say, who?
I thought about it, but like, we're doing this, you spook bastard, because you aimed a gun at me. That's not how we play this game.
Okay, so Taylor, how do you want to? So he's shooting a gun at you. How do you want to? I guess respond. Do you want to dodge out of the way? Do you want to?
Time magic.
Do you want to try and do something to assist yourself?
I don't
Catch
know
the
what I
bullet
can do.
with your teeth.
No.
Could he, like, use forces to change the trajectory of a bullet?
Oh, totally.
Then I'm gonna do that.
I'm throwing ideas out.
Yes, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You're helping. Helping.
Okay.
It's one thing playing werewolf, because then I know what I'm doing. Mage, I have no idea what it is. This is 4D chess. Literally.
Yeah. So you're going to. So you basically see him pull the trigger, and then you're going to try and read where the bullet goes.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be on a retake roll. Difficulty, since you're at the node, and basically like there's a lot of bonuses for you right now. Difficulty is going to just be the standard set.
1 success.
Okay.
I want to say one takeaway from successes on a retake.
Mm-hmm.
So that no successes.
You tried
I
it.
couldn't remember, so I had to ask.
Okay.
Well, look at who.
I rolled a 9, a 4, and a 1. That didn't do me any favor.
So Taylor,
Neat.
for defensive things like that
Oh,
and
he's-
magic like that, I kind of count that like a bonus action. So if you want to attempt to dodge, you are totally in your rights.
I'd love to just dive out of the way.
Okay, so that is going to be a Dex and Athletics. Also, since you failed, you do take 1 point of paradox and toss a little thing in the momentum jar.
Are you thinking the one he wants, though?
Don't you mean the momentum beaker?
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry,
fine.
the momentum beaker now, because we're scientists here.
Athletics, what I call it.
Science!
Athletics, I have 1. So I have a roll of 6 dice.
Text life.
What's my
Hey,
difficulty?
That's
6.
really good.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Hell yeah! So you go to dive out of the way, and the bullet does graze you at 5 successes, but your successes basically take away his, so he got only 2 over you.
Okay.
So he's only going to get to roll a little bit of extra damage as you take 2 lethal from the gun. Okay, so next up, after that has just happened, is actually your turn
Neat.
I know you just like dodged, but I need you to actually do something.
at 10. So
Figure
since
out
you
what I can
just
do.
used an action, whatever that you do next, except for an arete roll, actually is like your second action in the round, which means you're actually at a -1 dice penalty.
I mean, he's already at a negative
I'm already
one.
at -1, so.
So then technically you're at -2.
So if I were to attempt to shoot him back,
Mm-hmm.
it'd just be, it's
Dex and firearms.
So at this point it's going to be 5
5
dice to shoot him back.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Uh-huh.
nice thing is,
Yeah,
though,
both
since
of them.
he's also done an action, he also is at a smaller dice pool. Difficulty is going to be a 6.
Well, because your firearms is what, 2?
Oh, no, that's right, because mine's with that much. So, fine. Difficulty is 6, you said?
Yep.
1 success.
I think your dice need to go in the corner.
You amazingly enough hit him as he botches his roll. So what is the damage on a gun? So you're going to be rolling 5 dice because you roll. Okay, so for damage, since you rolled 1 more than since he tried to contest you, and you rolled 1 more than him, you're going to be rolling that 4 lethal plus whatever extra dice you got. So basically, since you got 1 extra success, you're actually rolling 5.
So I'm rolling 5 dice for damage.
Yep.
That's
Sixes are what you're looking for. 10s do not count as 2, but 10s do not count twice. But 1s also don't take anything away on damage.
a 1 is a
Yep.
1 is just a non-success.
Really? Oh my god, it's all 2 and 5s.
Oh my god.
Even though I rolled.
And I already replaced these dice.
So you shoot him and you hit, but it looks almost like you might have hit like a grazing blow that just kind of like goes over the shoulder. Jake, it's your
fine.
turn.
I have to break these things in after all.
Refresh my memory. Could I?
You just got a good shaking, so.
Depends on what the thing cast is. If the cast is an attack type, then no, I count that as your attack. But if the cast is some kind of like supportive magic, then yeah.
So the next one that rolls a 1 is going in there.
Okay. I had a road for this. I was going to go ahead and enchant my my fist and feet.
That would work. That would work as supportive magic.
Okay.
So that's going to be Rite, difficulty 6.
3 successes.
Okay. That's your thing. That's basically the enchant weapon thing.
Yeah, that you let me do for my hands.
Yep. So now you deal aggravated damage.
Yep.
That one,
At this point, he's just thinking, he must have recognized my skills as a pugilist.
Yes. Which one are you going after? The one
The
who
same
shot
guy.
or the... Okay.
The one who shot, the one who's been openly aggressive.
The asshole.
Since this is martial arts and dex, I'm rolling.
Are you laughing at his misfortune or the enemy's misfortune?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes!
Well, that's why.
That's
What's
why
the
I'm asking.
Difficulty 6.
I'm gonna let him ruin that surprise for you.
That's not ruining the surprise, it's telling what the surprise is.
I'm gonna let him tell the surprise.
7 successes.
Cool, Jake. What's your strength?
3.
Cool. You are rolling 10 aggravated damage dice.
He botched.
You botched. I rolled a 3, a 3, and a 1.
Ouch.
A 3 or 5 and a 1.
Oh, 3 or 5 and 1. So one of the reasons that this is going so well for you guys is like because it sucked in the beginning because he had his full dice, but now you guys are focus firing one guy, and his dodge dice is right now a 3.
It's good.
What's the
6.
oof? Only 2.
Oof. I hate when you get those high rolls and it's like, ah.
Like, if it was like 5, he'd have way more.
I rolled mostly 5s, yeah.
That's what happened over here. It was literally 3 5s and 2 2s.
That is 2 damage to him, and now it is the other guy's turn. As he sees that your fists are kind of doing something weird, he is going to stare at you and clench his fist, and you can see the blood drain from his face as... Let me roll something real quick and make sure that he can successfully do this. As the fist opens and a large fireball, like not a fireball, but like almost like a small,
Not a fireball, but a fireball.
like a small bolt of fire, almost. You could call it a fire bolt.
Okay.
Is in his hand, and then he launches it at you.
Before he throws it, as a reaction, can I make him afraid of trying to get through the fire?
I'm gonna tell you no.
Okay. Alright.
There is a reason for this.
Okay.
Because, yeah, there is a reason for that.
A whole reason.
A whole reason that will make sense.
There's a whole ass reason.
A whole reason. Okay.
Raisins.
Not reason.
Raisins.
I will dodge. Try to dodge.
Okay?
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 6. Okay, so you martial arts dodge your way out of there as the firebolt goes and hits some some like occult tchotchkes in like the background. And then you see as that everything refreshes for the start of the round, the other guy drops his gun and starts freaking out as fangs are now obvious to him, or obvious to you guys, and is going to go and jump onto Taylor.
That's a frenzying vampire.
That's a vampire in the middle of fire frenzy, which
Yep.
is why you can't give him the fear of fire. He already has it.
He already had it. Okay.
The only reason that he's not afraid of that one is because he
Will
is
save.
a Tremere with Path of Flame.
Yep,
and
that'll
it
do
doesn't.
it.
And his fire doesn't freak him out.
But he still ends up clenching those butt
Jake,
cheeks.
is that a dough thing you can do with your hands?
It's a prime. It's a champion.
So that's just weapons, though. Enchant life.
He let me do
I let him do it as a rote because that's actually a rote that the Akashics can teach.
Okay, because I was
Yep.
gonna say enchant life is until Prime 3, so I was curious.
It's specifically like his fists. Like it's not the only thing
His
it's doing
hands
is
are
it's
his
basically
weapons.
giving
Yeah,
him.
it specifically talks about Akashic Brotherhood and therefore Prime 3. That's why I was curious about it.
it. Oh, I have prime 3.
Oh, okay.
That sounds cool.
Oh god.
That's what I was asking. Like, what Prime do you have?
3.
Okay, so this guy is going to go and jump on Taylor in a frenzy.
And unfortunately, I can't use that for
You
this.
just need to tell him to hop off your dick.
Hop off my dick.
That's what I'm thinking of using, yeah.
Second on fire.
Yup.
Okay, he is attacking you with 2 whole successes.
Wow. Again, he's trying to jump on me, so
Two
I'm going
whole
to
things.
attempt to move.
Okay,
I want to get away from that.
that's athletics and dex.
This vampire's on fire!
Now this one, I guess, what would be my full dice pool
Yep.
minus the 1 for my injury.
Yep.
Which
That's
is,
5,
which is the-
7, so I get 6.
because it's, what was it? Dex and,
Dex and athletics. Oh, nope.
yeah, it'd be
So
fine.
you need to make 2 successes.
2 whole successes. Hey!
3
Yeah.
successes.
Nice.
Or is that kind of...
It's, yeah, that's what it's,
So it's 4 successes.
All right.
it's damage that it doesn't count.
So you basically tumble your way out away from him as he's just like, ah, like just freaking out.
Perfect.
It's your turn.
Friction curse.
On him.
He's moving a lot. I want him. Make him burst into flames.
Okay, roll me a retake. Difficulty is going to be a 7.
Damn it!
Got a
you did-
7, a 5, and a 1.
Okay, so that's another paradox. Put a thing in the momentum jar, or
It's so
momentum
tired,
beaker.
I would
It's
like
not a
to
box,
actually
though,
get the
it's
damn thing. It's like I'm right there, but then...
When you fail a magical roll, you still get a paradox.
Yeah.
Is this one okay for you, or do you
Yeah,
want to
it's fine. I don't care. No, the issue is like I'm just
I
about to
can't
cast the
right now.
thing. And I happen to lose by the one.
Okay, so Jake,
Retake through is mean.
Yeah. I'm
imagine
saving
being
all
in
my-
a
What are you
retake
gonna
too
do,
for
bud?
most of it.
While still in the air, I'm going to go ahead and just pretend like I flipped over that fireball while coming down. I'm going to try to take my knee, cram it in like the shoulder.
of the guy from the fireball,
Yeah.
or okay. For the super cool fucking description, I'm gonna give you an extra die for a stunt.
That's why I did it. Let's go for this.
And let's see if the little firebolt can actually dodge.
What's
Unfortunately,
difficult?
it doesn't work
6.
for retail.
Yeah.
Jesus
1,
Christ.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What the fuck? Let me see that. What the fuck, man?
What are you rolling? Rolling your dough and what else?
My dough and my dex.
All right, so you're just punching him, or elbowing
Knee
him.
dropping.
Knee
Punch it,
dropping him.
Chewie!
Cool. So strength plus 10.
He punched! I know.
Difficulty.
6.
So that's 5 aggravated.
Okay, and now it's his turn. He's gonna turn around and try to fireball you again. I'm sorry. He's gonna see if he can actually summon up a fireball first. Yes, he does summon up a full-fledged fireball into his hand, and then he is going to throw it at you.
Okay.
It is going to be how are you going to try and get away from it?
Basically, to just kind of confuse things, I'm gonna press off of his neck where I just hit him, and then tricky. I suppose I would try to go straight up and then bound off the ceiling, so basically make it so I'm not where he's targeting. The idea is I go straight up and with great force go down.
Everyone was firefighting. Yeah.
It's fire force. Let's do this.
Yeah, right. All right, roll it. You need 3 successes.
Okay, the correct answer when he says, "What are you going to do?" is
Yes,
stop, drop, and roll.
D6.
Yep. Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, I got it by a lot. Enough to where I almost think I should just get to hit him again.
Yeah.
6 successes. That I actually.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. So the fireball goes up at your previous position and basically hits the top of the ceiling of the building and just kind of like spreads out like a fireball would. You know that if you had taken that, like, it would have sucked.
Yeah.
In doing this, it sets off the fucking sprinklers in the shop, and it is now the top of the initiative for the other guy. I'm gonna actually, since you dodged super well, or since you basically got out of there cinematically, you'll get a bonus at the start of your next turn. Okay, Taylor, what are you gonna do? Because this guy is still coming at you.
We're in a shop, basically, correct?
Yep.
Since he seems to be going for what he can directly see, since he just looked at me and jumped at me, I am going to attempt to, that hold pistol dodge roll to the side?
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that and use that to turn around a corner to try and just dip behind one of the shelving units.
Okay.
If Overwatch is taught me anything, it's got to be low.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll give you an extra dice for describing it really cool.
Okay, so that puts me back to 6.
What is it? Dip, dodge, duck.
Dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
Good job. You just lost the die.
Dodge, wrench, dodge, ball.
A fireball.
I imagine this is how Sigmund was taught. Like, he literally had wrenches to throw at him until he got good at
I
dodging.
can totally do that. Resurrecting for
If I
training for
counted
you.
this correctly.
Did it hit or did it thing?
This is to do with my dodge. 5 successes.
You successfully dodge out of the way.
Neat!
He got,
Got
he
five.
had 4, and then he got 2 once, so he only got 2.
Oof.
Yeah, so he basically just leaps at you and, like, misses and, like, smacks his head against some of the shelving units. And it is now your turn, Taylor.
Would like to attempt what I tried to do last time again.
The,
Friction curse.
Okay, go ahead. Same difficulty, 7.
Hey!
1 success.
Hell yeah. Okay, so, as this guy moves around more, which is, he's going
Doing
to
a
do,
lot.
he's going to start just taking damage from just moving.
Perfect.
As someone who's used friction curse before, now the game is run away.
It's the neat. That's affected. That way. Got it.
Okay. So next up is going to be Jake, guy who's not doing so hot. I mean, he thought he was hot shit, but he is definitely not.
I mean, he can be if he gets set on fire. He can be hot shit.
Oh, I'm hitting the ground. I'm going to go ahead and just put the force into this leg. And I'm going to shoot off that to him with my hands like this. And force palm.
You're going to force palm him? Okay.
Are you?
Hadouken!
Was that a
How do you do
Hadouken
it?
or a Kamehameha?
That was a force palm. It's like just basically full force momentum into his chest.
It hurts.
Okay.
So I
Difficulty
think
6
How do
and
you
an
do
extra
it?
dice for a cool description.
And an extra die
How
for
do you do
the...
it? Yeah.
Yes. So 2 extra since you also got basically the advantage on him.
Great, thanks for asking. Glad I'm not the only one that does that.
I've always done it. It's something that's pretty common, I find, amongst wargamers.
Because you're putting the breath of life into them.
Breath of the Emperor.
Yeah. Except for me, Breath of the Emperor means a completely different thing.
Valorian.
No. Falcon.
That works too. He's not nice.
That's
Not
hard.
my emperor.
Hashtag
Nine?
not my emperor.
Yeah, so you're doing strength plus 9.
No, Emperor
Aggravated.
Valkyrie, and that man
Roll
needs
it.
to die.
Okay, strength plus 9. That would put me at
Emperor
12, which is
Valkyrie.
the same thing I just rolled.
As it spoke for. That man needs to
know.
die.
6.
Mhm.
5, 6. 6 out.
Okay, so as you go to force palm him, the prime emanating from your fist basically fills, your hamon just fills his
God.
necrotic form, and he basically explodes in sunlight. Okay, so this guy is going to run after Taylor and is going to deal himself 4 aggravated damage.
Deal with himself.
Friction curse.
Ooh.
As that he is gaining in friction, he is now smoking and about to
Combust.
combust, but he is about to jump at you.
Perfect. Is the counter nearby?
Yes.
I'd like to do the, believe it was Fifth Element, when you just see him leap over the counter, just curl up behind the counter to get away from what's shooting at him.
Okay.
I would like to try and do that as deftly as possible.
Okay, I'll give you an extra die for describing it coolly.
1 success.
So as you go to do that, he dives over with you and basically skids along the now wet floor as the sprinkler
really
system
dumb.
is going,
Oh, I thought it was
Full-
the intern's
fully-
tears.
and he is going to grapple you and bite you.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Chuck your wrench.
yep.
Okay,
And so
roll
I'm
that.
gonna ask a weird thing.
Okay.
So I know Elias is prepping to do correspondence for me. I also can use his spheres, so can I also add correspondence into this?
No.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
I will not allow you to roll it twice if one of them fucks up.
That is fine. So Elias is preparing to shorten the distance for me.
Do that first.
Okay.
That should be rolled first because if it succeeds, that'll lower the difficulty on your throw.
What's the
Difficulty is going to be a 6.
2 successes?
Okay.
All right.
Now you would roll Dex and Athletics for the throw, and it is going to be a difficulty of 6.
Can't wait for Maury to listen to this to see how well Elias did.
Well, so that's 1 10, a 9, and a 7. So 4 successes.
Okay.
And this is also enchanted with Prime.
I need to see if it can dodge out of the way.
Let's go, Optimus.
Lol.
Autobots, roll out.
How many successes?
4.
Not to be
You
confused with
barely miss it.
Look.
It got 5. As it leaps onto Izzy and digs those metal talons in, Izzy just kind of like jerks in just the right way that. No, actually, no, that would not work. That's not how a fucking dodge works. It
Can I,
It
I
actually,
don't know
like-
if I can do this retroactively. Or
Maybe
not.
as it
can I use a
pounces on me-
quintessence to try and? No. Okay.
Maybe as it pounces on me, I kind of like crumple down because it attacked me.
and this thing
And
is
it
like
just-
hundreds of pounds
Because
of metal.
because I kind of crumpled down, it just fell.
It goes
below
down
the,
just far enough that it, yeah.
the wrench sails over it,
Mm-hmm.
misses it by a mere hair, if it had any hair.
So I'm gonna let you guys know that because that you guys are attacking it like as a group, every single time that it has to take a dodge or it does an attack action or anything, it is literally losing dice from its dice pool. So like, it becomes easier to hit as the round goes on, and also easier to damage because it's also losing dice from its soak pool.
So is the bag of drumsticks still hanging out?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
They're all my drumsticks, but I just grabbed 2 because I can't fight with a duffel
So,
bag of drumsticks.
Did you drop the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, to pull out my
It's on
2.
the
So
ground.
what I want to use is entropy again, so that the bag falls over and rolls, sort of creating like obstacles for it to run on. As So like,
This is entropy,
Okay,
man. Entropy is
okay.
wonky and
so
fun.
the whole thing is also the fact that so it's now near Izzy, and as it's like trying to claw into Izzy, I want them to like
There's also a socket wrench.
Kind of like a bag of
so like
marbles.
all like basically a bag of marbles, but they're larger, and those are like a lot harder for like a dog to like try and run on in general. As well as it's running, it's still kicking up that flagstone and going into its joints still, right? So is it slowing it down?
It will be, yes.
Okay. So right now, I'm going to basically be like, oh no, Izzy! And go to grab one of them and like sort of like feign falling as I snap back up
Okay.
and use entropy to make this thing like basically fall prone.
Okay, roll it. I'm gonna say difficulty is gonna still be a 6.
And any bonus die?
Sorry, I'm like going over stuff in my head. 1, you should be putting a thing in the momentum jar because you failed to hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Done.
I thought it was just on failed rolls. So.
Technically, that's a failed roll.
Would a fail to dodge count? Or
Yes. There we go.
I assumed it was like a fail.
That's a really satisfying sound.
Yeah, right?
That's my grup sound. Ting!
Okay,
And any bonus die. If not, that's fine.
I'm gonna say no for now.
He said 7.
6.
I got 1 success.
Okay. This thing is now going to have to make a successful athletics roll to even attempt to dodge or to dodge anything.
Sounds fair to me.
That will be going for. That's going to be a effect that will be in play for 2 rounds after this.
Okay.
But anyone who tries to get into melee will also have to contend with it.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, so next up is going to be either Michael or Izzy.
Would you like me to go first, or do you want to go?
Please go first.
Michael will run up and try to sideswipe the metal creature off of Izzy. What do I need to roll to contend with the current field?
I'm going to say Dex plus Athletics. I'm going to say difficulty 5 because it's a friendly. I'm going to actually say difficulty 4 because it's a friendly hazard. Like, you guys are used to your own.
Bullshit.
You guys are used to everybody's
Izzy,
bullshit,
drumsticks
weird
everywhere.
tactics.
You guys are used to Izzy leaving her drumsticks everywhere.
Like, come on! Why can't I just get in there? I'm basically playing a Diz right now. Because every time I try to do something, I'm just like, I can't get
that
near
was
it.
just the character.
No! Dude,
Playing it like Melody playing a
pretends it-
ditz
yeah.
is the character.
Yeah.
What do one do again?
They take away 1 success.
Okay. I got 4 successes.
Okay, you successfully make it into the field. And now attack.
I start to chant in the angelical language,
Enochian?
Enochian,
Yep.
and cast Time Magic.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
How many successes?
1. I think is a...
I think that it's 2 you need to get an extra
Yeah,
action.
So I cast the magic. It doesn't coalesce into what I want,
Mhm.
and then I.
Since
swipe
it's
once.
successful, I will give you. You get. Well, it was still a success of some kind. Right. I know that you need 2 to get the extra action. So what I'm going to give you instead is that I'm going to say that you're swinging faster, so you can get an extra on damage for this swing to when you hit it.
Oh, okay.
Like there's more force behind you, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
If you hit it.
If I hit it.
I'm worse off than when I got
That's
shot.
fair.
It is going to attempt to parry you, so it does not have to move.
4 successes.
Does it have to roll to make sure it stays standing up?
4 successes, you said, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
You beat its roll by 1.
So an extra 1 die. Right?
Yep.
Plus an extra die for your time magic shit. So you get +2 to your next one.
Or plus 2 to your damage roll. Okay.
I got 3 successes.
On damage,
Mm-hmm.
did you add in your strength?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 4 successes. 1's auto.
Tony, you feel that you are breaking through the magical barrier on it. It is still as a mage, you know that you are breaking through whatever protective field is on this thing, but it still has a tiny bit to go.
Gotcha.
Okay, next up is Izzy.
So, since the thing's on me,
It actually just stood up to try and parry Tony, so it is
since
not
this
on
thing's
you.
in front of me,
Yes.
can I, so I'm gonna grab my drumstick and kind of like grab one in each hand and do like a battle pose, like I'm getting ready to fucking Spartan kick it.
Okay.
And because my drumsticks are my focus for forces and I have 2 dots of forces,
Okay.
I want to fucking force Sparta kick this thing away from me. Or at least get myself away from it.
Kind of like push off against it and push yourself
If
away.
I can't kick it away from me, kick myself away from it.
Okay.
Kind of like jump kick and put, like get myself out, like jump off of it, like a springboard.
Okay, that sounds cool. Roll me your arete first. Difficulty is going to be a 6.
Now, question.
Yes.
For an arete roll, do I still take the -1 for me being injured?
Yes. Yes, you do. Yeah, you could also use that pool of leaves to add.
I think I want to do that. So what? I take one out to add a die.
Yeah.
You guys good with that?
That's fair. Please stay alive. I like Izzy.
1 success.
Okay.
Not on the one I was originally going to roll either, so I'm glad I picked that leaf out.
Okay. So roll me your Dex and Brawl to hit it.
Difficulty 6.
Yep.
1 success.
Okay. Okay. So you managed to successfully hit it, but I'm gonna give you the opposite effect. That then kicking it away is you kick off of it.
Which makes sense, because I'm tiny and it's huge.
It technically beat you with the dodge, but like I kind of like I'm gonna just have be like you do no damage, but you get the fuck out
I
of.
wasn't trying to damage it. I just want to get the fuck away.
If you had hit it enough and it hadn't been able to dodge you, I would have given you damage.
Huh. So I'm like springboarding off of this thing?
Yes, you are springboarding off of this thing. You jump out to about.
I've had a lot of concert practice.
Yeah,
around
you
stage.
basically like Sparta kick off of it and like go back like 10 yards.
Like you're trying to get out of a mosh pit.
Or like if I'm stage diving.
Okay, so next up is Elias.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Can I heal from a distance with correspondence in life?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay. So Elias, seeing that Izzy is all kinds of fucked up right now. So Elias has correspondence to life 3.
Life
Just-
3's the big one that
Yeah.
you need.
So he kind of like focuses on his ring and then his flower and just imagines flowers raining over Izzy and healing her, and is gonna try and like heal her from a distance.
Okay, roll me that good old arete.
What am I looking for?
6.
Okay, got 1 success.
Okay, erase 1 lethal.
That's a whole X?
Yes, that's a whole.
1 whole X?
Because Elias is not getting.
I'd love to erase one of my X's.
Same.
That's my theatrics of it, because it's a flower
Okay.
bracelet for life. So why not, right?
So I'm pretty sure there's resin on this eraser.
Healing
So
flower.
when I tried to
raining
erase
flowers.
it, just was like, no.
So Izzy feel like us can smell flowers as she's being healed? Is there a
Okay,
cool effect to
so
it?
as this thing is looking around at you all, it goes to run at, I guess, Michael. Yeah, no, it just turns to go to Michael. It's going to try.
The only person that's like
Yeah, the only person
obviously
that
hitting
but
it.
since he's got to get a little bit closer, he's got to check for his footing.
My drumsticks. My brand.
Yeah, he good. But by doing that, that takes away one of his dice, because that is an action for him. And then he is going to attack Michael with his claws. All right, Tony, how are you?
So I got 1 negative and 1 10. I mean 2 10s.
So then it's
So that's 4, and so that's 3.
That's 3 successes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd be 3
3,
successes.
4, 5, 6. I'm going to parry him, and as they come in, I'm just trying to slide off the claws and just make it continuously like rain the little embers that come off the longsword as metal in the middle of the contact.
Okay. You said 6 total?
Yes.
Okay. You successfully parry it. And that is... Now it's your turn. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's Julia or Christina's turn. I'm sorry.
It's basically doing just fine against my my spell.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna be like, all right, like, you're kind of pissing me off right now. So I am going to run my hand through my hair and tap against, I guess for time I'm gonna use, because I never really stated what my book I wear. Would you be cool with it being like I wear a pair of like earrings that are hourglasses?
Sure.
I kind of run my hand over my ear and like slide along one of my hourglasses, and then I pull out my gun, and I'm going to basically fire at its knee or one of its joints to try and slow down its movement or make it like so that it's not able to time stop as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You're kind of trying to give it like an anti-distortion effect, like how Tony can like
Yes.
speed himself up. You're trying to slow it down.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a rete first. Difficulty is going to be a 6.
1 success.
Okay. Now roll me your
Firearms?
dex and firearms. Yes.
Any bonuses?
No.
Oh. 3 successes.
It has to.
Oh,
It's going to try to
concentration's a
dodge,
crime thing.
but that means it has to make sure that its footing is good.
Mm-hmm.
It does pass on that, but that removes one of its dodge dice. How many successes did you get to hit it?
3.
You hit it.
Okay, and
What's
then
the damage on a gun?
so 4 lethal.
Okay. The effect will happen, but it is trying to soak the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you said we can enchant and then take 1 attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you please roll me 4 damage for the 4 lethal that you?
What?
You have to roll damage.
What? On a gun?
Yes.
I don't know why that doesn't make sense to me. 4.
Okay. It had a soak of 3, so you dealt 1 damage to it, but by dealing that damage, you took it out of its zeros and into its negative ones.
Nice.
So now this thing has a permanent negative 1 on all dice.
You said you aimed for one of its knees, one of its joints?
Yeah.
Okay. Back leg, front leg?
Front.
Cool.
And on any things that require it to move fast, like attacks and everything, and dodging and parrying, it is now going to also have another negative 1.
Well, I'm gonna duel this up and pull out my 9mm and charge up, enchant it.
Roll me to see if it works.
4 successes. I rolled 2 9s and a 10.
Okay, it is enchanted for the rest of the scene.
And then, so she aimed for one of the back joints, and knowing already that the joints are a weak point, I'm gonna aim for the other joint, and I'm gonna try and use Elias's correspondence to try and reduce the distance, kind of like I did with the socket, to try and make the bullet, like, the distance not be as far.
Elias already used his. Oh wait, no.
I can use I as Rory am using Elias's correspondence sphere
Okay.
to try and reduce the distance.
You roll that. You're rolling at a difficulty 8 since it's not a sphere that you're actually taught in.
1 success.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a +1 on damage for that.
So dex and firearms. You say 1 to damage for that?
Yes,
Or one
you
to
get an
hit?
extra
Okay.
dice for damage.
Okay. Well, I need to roll to hit though, right?
Yeah, you still need to roll to hit.
So I thought. Okay. What's the difficulty?
6.
3.
Add 3 dice
Okay.
as well because you beat it by 3.
Okay. So I roll 4 plus 3 more dice.
Yes.
And then roll extra 1. You said,
Yes.
or is it just an auto 1?
And roll an extra.
Okay, I just making
Yeah,
sure.
I don't.
So it's
unless,
a-
of course, unless, of course, something specifically states you get. Sorry,
I'd
an
have
automatic
to-
extra 1 damage.
I'd have to look at enchant weapon because I don't know what all it does.
Enchant
besides
weapon gives you
acrobatic,
aggravate. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling 4 for the base plus the 3 plus the other one.
Yeah, so you're rolling 8
8
damage.
dice.
So
Okay. And then what am I looking for on the dice? For
6.
damage? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you deal 3 aggravated to it. Okay, so next up after Christina is Britt or Tony.
You said this thing was a mixture of all different spheres, right?
Yes.
I wonder if we can shut down its spheres.
Ooh. I'm gonna try a thing. Can I bounce off my turn?
Melody's weird. Where all the little
Drumsticks are on the ground, being
Drumsticks are
moved
on the
around
ground
as
and
everybody's moving around.
are they still around the werewolf's feet and stuff?
Yes.
Can I do with my matter 2
Mm-hmm.
doing my melt and reform and like melt the drumsticks mattery material to the more slippery material to make it.
Do you have correspondence?
I do. Correspondence 1 and matter 2.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You're trying to make the drumsticks more slick,
Yeah.
so then the difficulty on that goes up. Okay. So that would be...
Or would it be better to do like straw into gold? Where I would turn... Because I want to turn the drumsticks into not like wooden drumsticks, but like a
Metal caltrops?
slippery...
Or like banana peels?
Yeah, like banana.
Slick it so that
That would
more
be the
likely
one
to
to do,
slide.
yeah.
Straw into gold.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do that one instead.
Okay. That's going to be difficulty 6.
Okay, and I roll a retail?
Yep.
Are you guys okay if I use another leaf?
Go for it.
Because I'm still at -1.
I think it's going to be more difficult if I try to kill you every single round, so I gave you 1 to try and help a little bit.
With my 2 dice, I got 3 successes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Nice.
the difficulty on that goes up by 1 for... no, it actually would go up by 2. I'm going to say that anyone who is in combat, like, again, you guys know the bullshit you all pull, so, like, it stays the same for you guys, but for it, its difficulty has gone up by 2.
It's like a dog trying to stand up in a car now.
Yeah. Next
Watch
up
out for the banana
is
peels.
Michael.
I say he's going to try to avoid the banana pills and continue to slam down with the long sword, trying to
Okay.
cut just through the metal that he knows that are just some of the weaker points on it, since he made it. Actually, before I do that, he'll again chant and try to cast the spell.
Okay.
Only 1 success again.
Okay, I'll give you that extra 1 on the hit.
Alright,
Yeah.
thank you. 5 successes.
All right, you do your damage plus 4.
Oh wow.
Plus 4 dice, I should say, not plus 4 damage.
This is what I wish I had entropy.
4 aggravated.
And then next up is Elias.
So hard to figure out what to do for him.
You could just have him keep healing Britt.
Yeah, but it's going to keep getting more difficult, I assume. No?
You guys are at the node.
That's true. Yep. Okay.
There's a reason that you guys aren't just taking Paradox out the ass for this.
Alright, and then Elias is gonna keep looking at Izzy and just be like, alright, this is why I'm here. And just
Sand out.
rain of healing flowers. What am I trying to hit? 6?
6, yes.
Cool, I got 2 successes.
Okay, take away 2 X's.
Guess who's fully healed?
Welcome!
Rory?
Me. I'm fully healed.
Okay,
Izzy.
so this thing is
Strong
going
like
to...
dragon. Smart like wagon.
This thing is... You see, Michael, it stares at you, and it looks at the reflection of itself in the sword, and it vanishes.
It's in the Umbra. Like, it went into the Umbra. Because for, like, some reason, it can, like, do that.
Christina, please make me a perception plus awareness roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Michael will look at his blade, confused, thinking that it's spirit into his sword.
Does anybody mind if I use one of the things in the pool
Go for
to
it.
give me an extra dice?
Yeah, that's fine. I feel like right now is when we want to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yes, during big
What did you
moments
say
like this,
the difficulty was?
difficulty is 6.
Blood success.
Okay. Now, if you could please make me a so you don't feel like anything is off. Can you please make me a fucking perception and alertness roll, difficulty 8.
Okay, I prefer alertness. I'm better at alertness, so I'll definitely take that over. I got 1 success.
Okay. Luckily enough, so basically you did not slip into the Umbra roll, which is why the awareness didn't work.
Yeah.
But this thing has no fucking stealth. So, like, it basically comes out of the Umbra a foot above the ground, and, like, you can hear the crash behind you as you are now aware that this thing is behind you and about to slash at you.
Okay.
So, how are you going to deal with this?
As soon as I see it coming out, I'm going to, like...
Oh, you don't see it coming out.
Oh.
You hear it coming
Oh,
out.
I hear it come out, so I know it's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I am literally just gonna tumble to the side, like, literally just be like, fuck this shit, and, like, tumble, and
Okay.
hopefully get out of the way of it.
Roll me Dex and Athletics to dodge.
4.
Okay, it does hit you. It got a 5. As you go to tumble, you unfortunately pick the wrong way to tumble, and you tumble right into the claws as it's coming up from your right side.
I was hoping it
And
would come
basically
down on
just,
me.
you dodge, and then it just it smashes right into your side for 4 lethal. Hi guys, Brendan here. Did you enjoy the music I used? Well, just so you know, our theme song is Images by Lost European. The music used in this episode was provided by Midair Machine, Timo Kumalainen, X-Taker UX, David Hillowitz, and Roscole. If you liked what you heard from them, give them a listen. They're pretty good. And if you liked our shenanigans, you should subscribe to us for updates whenever we put up a new episode. Give a comment and a like, as it helps those magical computer algorithms suggest us to other people. Speaking of other people, word of mouth is a great way to help us get to more ears. And with everyone currently stuck inside, it's a great time to sync up a podcast with your friends and laugh with our shenanigans. Stay safe out there, guys, and remember, you gotta do money to make money.
Imagine if you were my friend, those days we left behind. Fragments of a time and place still buried in my mind. If only I could cast a spell to somehow change the past. Erase a page forever from this book I have.